The Higher Education HIV and AIDS Conference at the Inkosi Luthuli Convention Center in Durban is currently underway. SABC reporter Simpiwe Makanya is there, and we say a very good morning to you, Simpiwe. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us this morning? What do you have in store for us?
Good morning to you, Simpiwe, and good morning to the viewers at home on this second day of the Higher Education AIDS Program Conference. We are coming to you live from the Chief Albert Luthuli International Convention Center here in Durban, where a variety of issues will be tackled, issues relating to the HIV and AIDS prevalence amongst the youth in the country, and also issues of violence amongst the youth in the country. But to take us through some of the objectives of this conference, I'm now joined by Dr. Ramnik Aluwalia. He is the Country Director for Higher Education AIDS Program. Doc, thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you very much. Good morning to the viewers.
All right. Doc, what is the aim of this conference?
Right. Last year, when we were writing the National Strategic Plan of South Africa, and when we were writing it, we eventually found that the beneficiary of this whole National Strategic Plan is the youth of South Africa. The incidence among the new infections remains the highest among the young people between the age of 15 and 24. We're the unfortunate country where 2,000 young girls get infected of HIV every week in South Africa. So how can we write a plan without not engaging with the youth? And from there it started this vision of how we cannot bring youth from all walks together under one room. When I was traveling across many universities and TVET colleges, schools, communities around, we realized that the youth is hungry to come and talk to us. Youth never gets a chance to be at the World AIDS Conference, South African AIDS Conference, because it's so expensive. They can't afford to be in ICC Durban. The vision was to bring absolutely free all these young people between 15 and 24. So there's no registration fees for them. There's lunch, breakfast, dinner, and every logistic has been looked after. But the aim is that we want to hear the youth voice. 3,000 young people from all walks, schools, universities, TVETs, school, youth out in the communities, out of school, finding jobs, some have jobs, all together, engaging not just HIV/AIDS, but engaging on issues of gender-based violence, issues of LGBTI, issues of rape culture, issues which are on youth empowerment, economic empowerment, entrepreneurship among the youth. How can youth survive? Now, yesterday I was in one of the sessions and a child told us, I come from Zululand, I come from Umlazi. Suddenly I have to now compete a young man from Gauteng in the same interview. I'm talented, but I'm not able to express. It's grooming that the young leadership needs. We need to create leadership here. So what we're seeing is a total youth. We're trying to understand what, as policymakers, we need to now work. So for us, as policymakers, as scientists and researchers, we want us to now keep quiet for next 3 days. And these are the 3 days that we're going through. But we want to hear them and then engage them, find solutions with them. Because that's the only way we'll win the youth and the beneficiary of South Africa, which is the youth, and the next future of South Africa.
Doc, looking at the prevalence of HIV and AIDS amongst the youth in the country, would you say we are winning the fight?
Definitely, yes. I mean, from where we come from where we are today, it's a different ball game in total. The invention of ARVs, the treatment program, the universal access to treatment, biomedically, we've done a lot. But what still haunts us and why the new infections still keep coming is simple things like condom usage, behavior things like transactional sex, sugar daddies, the blessers phenomena, the issues of gender-based violence, the issue of rape, the massive drugs and alcohol that's happening within our youth community, unemployment, poverty, gender-based violence, inequality. So these are all the causes, and that's what we're trying to do.
All right. Doc, thank you very much for your time. Well, Simpiwe, there was Dr. Ramnik Aluwalia, who is the Director for the Higher Education AIDS Program in this conference here in Durban. We know, obviously, that later on in the day, the Deputy President of the country, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, will be addressing this conference today. It's back to you in Johannesburg.
All right, Simpiwe, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to chat to you a little later on in the day. That was Simpiwe Makanya speaking to us live from the Inkosi Luthuli Convention Center in Durban, wherein the Higher Education AIDS Youth Conference is currently underway. Now, the three-day conference is aimed at addressing challenges faced by the youth and giving them a platform on, and how to come up with innovative ideas. We do thank him for his time.